The Apprentice, week 3, baby. It's 4 a.m. Lord Sugar's secretary hits up the crib. Vanessa picks up. She's half asleep. She's got her pajamas on, looking thick, delicious. She's like, hello? They're like, yo, Lord Sugar would like to meet you at the Cafe Royal Grill in central London. The cars are going to be outside in 30 minutes. Vanessa runs up the stairs. She hits the lights. She's like, guys, wake up. Everybody freshens up, suited and booted. They leave the crib, jump in the whips. They rock up a Cafe Royal. It's super bougie, man. They're standing there in their groups. Tim is there looking sharp as per usual. You know what I'm saying? Lord Sugar rocks up with some boss vibes. Hey, Baroness Karen Brady. Alright, so here's this week's mission. One team's gonna get 25 kilos of chicken. The other team's gonna get 25 kilos of eggs. They're gonna have to create a dish, sell it to the public, and they're gonna link up with a corporate client looking to put in an order, which they'll have to cook up and serve at an event the next day. Lord Sugar's like, yo, we're gonna mix up the teams now. The era of boys versus girls is over. He's like, Megan, Andrea, Carrington, and Karishma swap with Harry, Dan, Connor, and Rajan. Hey, yo, we got names for the teams now, okay? It's getting real. The egg team is called Team Eclipse, and the chicken team is called Team Alpha. All right, so they got 2 days to get it popping. Let's go. All right, so you already know the deal. First things first, we gotta lock in the project managers. Raja's like, listen, I'd like to put myself forward as PM. He's like, I was basically raised at the back of the fish and chip shop. Rothner throws her hat in the ring. She's like, yo, I'm not the best at cooking, but I'm a beast at baking. Dan puts himself forward like, yo, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty dope in the kitchen, so maybe I should be project manager. They put it up for a vote. Rajan gets like 1 vote. It's a tie between Rothner and Dan, both with 3 votes. Rothner's like, yo, I'm happy to step aside and let you PM it up. Dan's like, all right, cool, let's get it. So Dan's the project manager on Team Alpha. Over at Team Eclipse, Carrington's like, listen, I've worked in a restaurant for the last 7 years and I cook a lot at home. No one challenges her for the position, so boom, it's Carrington, man. She's the PM. She's like, all right, gang, so what are we doing? What are we making? Megan's like, look, I think we should do up a pasta. Everyone's like, yes, pasta, let's do that. She's like, dope. What about carbonara? Because it's got egg in it, right? And that's our main ingredient. Everyone's like, yeah, good shout. Carrington's like, all right, that's good. But just so you guys know, I don't eat eggs. You know what I'm saying? Kira's like, yo, that's cool. You don't have to eat the eggs. You know, you just have to cook them. You know what I'm saying? She's like, yeah, I can definitely do that. Hey, yo, shout out to the team because they're all being very chill and non-toxic. They're being very unreality TV-like. Because I don't like drama, okay? I don't like drama. But if I was in that room, I'd be like, well, maybe we should think about picking a different project manager. Maybe. Because in my opinion, right, the best project manager is someone that's willing to get stuck in at every stage. Because how am I going to trust you that the food is banging if I haven't tasted it myself? You know what I'm saying? All right, back at Team Alpha, they are brainstorming it up. Like, yo, we could go for chicken pies or maybe curries. Rothner's like, yeah, curry would be banging. We can do like a chicken curry, you know what I'm saying? And you can get it with naan bread or rice. Dan jumps in and he actually makes a good point. He's like, yo, do you think people are gonna wanna eat a curry on a hot day at a market? So it's between the pie and the curry. They go back and forth for a bit, but eventually they settle on the pie. Now Carrington, she makes Karishma the sub-team leader to handle the corporate side of things, but they're really struggling on the kitchen side of things. Like, yo, who's actually gonna be in the kitchen cooking it up? Because no one in the team is super confident with cooking. You know what I'm saying? They're like, yo, who in this team is a beast in the kitchen? And everybody's like, not me, you know what I'm saying? Andrea's like, I can't cook to save my life, bro. Carrington, she can cook, but she's nerfed by the whole egg thing. And she's not the only one. Kieran, he doesn't like cheese, okay? He's never had a carbonara in his life. which is wild to me, okay? Because bear in mind, he didn't say he can't eat cheese, like, he's lactose intolerant or nothing. Nah, he said he doesn't like it, okay? So no pizza, no mac and cheese, no lasagnas, no cheesecakes for the homie. Lawrence is like, well, I can't do pork. For religious reasons, I can't touch pork. I can't smell it. I can't eat it. I can't do pork. Okay? So this team has people who either suck at cooking or can't eat one of the ingredients. Back on the other team, Dan is struggling. He needs to pick two teams, right? The corporate one and the kitchen one. But he's being super indecisive, trying to hear everybody out. You know what I'm saying? Vanessa actually tries to help him out. Like, bro, I am happy with whatever. You can put me wherever you want. I am good. Just make a decision, big man. Everybody got his back, though. They're like, Dan, you gotta lock in, man. You gotta lock a decision in, bro. He finally goes, okay, sub-team leaders, Rajan and Roxanne. He splits up the team and is like, is everyone happy? Is everyone okay? Do you guys like me? Do you like my decision making? And they're just looking at him like, bruh. Alright, so now it's time to play around with some recipes and cook up the food. It's a lot of pressure on Priyesh, man, because he's the only one that can taste the food. Remember, one of them can't do eggs, one of them can't do cheese, okay? One of them can't do pork. So it's up to Priyesh to be like, nah, this is too salty. Nah, this could use a bit more seasoning. And that's a lot of pressure. Because you know what it's like, man. Sometimes you could try something out and go, this is banging. This is the best thing I've ever had, bro. And your homie tries it, it's like, it's all right. It's a lot of pressure. Kieran comes up with the idea of putting in extra meat and selling it as the meatiest carbonara you've ever had, which is a dope selling point, but it also means that it will cost them more to make. And in order to make that profit, they're going to have to sell loads of that. In the other team, they're standing in front of all these different ingredients and they're like, okay, how do we make our chicken pie stand out? Rofna rolls her sleeves up, man. She gets the curry powders. She's mixing it up. Dan's like, I don't know, man. The flavors might be too flavorful, okay? They might be too strong. They might put some people off. He's like, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Everyone's like, bro, the clock is ticking. You are the project manager. Tell us what you want and we'll do it. He's like, all right then, let's just play it safe, man, okay? Let's go for a classic chicken mushroom pie. Something that, you know what I'm saying, everybody likes. Yo, look at Connor's face, bro. Bro's thinking, yo, playing it safe is a bad idea. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would people pick this pie over the next pie? You know what I'm saying? Now, Dan's corporate team, they are in the meeting with the clients, okay? It's these two boss chicks. And yo, I ain't gonna lie to you guys, man. There's something about a confident woman in power that just makes me like a little weak at the knees. Tell me what to do. She's like, so she tells them what they're looking for. She's like, we want nostalgic party food with like a modern twist. Roxanne sells it. She's like, yo, we got you, okay? We got you. We're gonna hook you up with the dopest canapes to have ever canaped in the history of canapes. So they're thinking 6 canapes ahead and, they're expecting 40 people. Raja's got his little paper and pen out and is like, that's gonna be $25 per head. The lady's like, I ain't paying $25 a head. That's ridiculous. He's like, all right, what about 24, 23? She's like, listen, let's be sensible, okay? She says that. She's like, let's be sensible, okay? Think about the quality you can deliver. Rajan's like, okay, how about 20? It's a nice round number. She's like, okay, if you rock up tomorrow with exquisite canapes, expertly made, beautiful to look at, banging taste, okay, then I will happily pay 20 pounds a head. Oh, that's a lot of pressure, okay? When she put all those stipulations forward, I would have backed down. I'd have been like, okay, can we do it for $5? It's a lot of pressure. The other team are linking up with their clients. Before they go inside, Andrea's like, we need to agree on prices, okay? So we're all on the same page when we get in there. So they agree that 3 canapes per head is like $15, okay? They're like, cool. So they meet with the clients. Megan's like, so, What were you thinking? Like, how many canapes per person? The client's like, 4 per person. Karishma's like, alright, that will be 27 pounds per head. The clients are like, nah, that's way too much. We were thinking more along the lines of 10 to 12 pounds. See, this is one of my biggest fears, bro. Like, I'm not the best negotiator in the world, alright? So, I work as a freelancer, right? Ghostwriting, songwriting for artists, producers, DJs, bands, all that. Now, this one time, right? The first time, a big brand reached out to me to create a jingle for their product. And I was super nervous because they asked me like, yo, what are your rates? You know, send us the invoice or whatever. And my whole thing is I didn't want to say a price that was, you know, like a lot to me, but peanuts for them and way below what they usually pay for that kind of thing. And they're sitting there laughing their heads off like, ha ha ha, yo, this kid's such a sucker, bro. Let's use the extra money that was meant to be his to hit up the strip club and sniff powder off some strippers' booties. Let's do it. But I also didn't want to ask for way too much, right? Because then if they go, actually, that's beyond our budget, Maya. Thank you. We'll be in touch. Then I'd have to humiliate myself by being like, no. No, don't go. Yo, I'm actually willing to work for a lot less. Like, what did you guys have in mind? That's just embarrassing, bro. So yeah, on the surface, Karishma went a bit crazy on this one. Because outside, they'd agreed on 15 pounds for 3 canapes, right? So that's like $5 a canapé. So for 4, you're looking at 20 at the most. Actually, my math sucks, but actually doing the math, 27 isn't too bad. Because then you can negotiate it down to 20, which is, you know, what you wanted in the first place. I take it back, Karishma. You're good, baby. You're good. Do your thing. Do your thing. Megan jumps in. She's like, all right, cool. So if you want something cheaper, we can do up some banging sandwiches instead, okay? That would work. And they settle on like £11.80, okay? They shake on it. Boom. I thought they handled that beautifully. But Karishma, she's fuming, bro. She's like, yo, Megan, why did you jump in? You messed up the negotiations, man. I didn't actually mean 27. I was gonna go down. And then, you know, she didn't mean 10, 12. She was gonna go up. We were gonna meet in the middle, you know what I'm saying? So the kitchen teams are fighting for their lives, man, trying to nice up the food. So Karishma's group is doing up the sandwiches. The guests have arrived and yo, they're still prepping, still figuring out how to cut the sandwiches and that. It's a disaster, bro. In Greenwich Market, Carrington's peeps are getting stuck in, man. They're rocking up the egg mascot costume, getting their sales on. Lawrence is bringing the energy, man. He's the real MVP, bro. He's having fun with it. He's shouting out like, hey, this is the best carbonara ever. Come try it out. You know what I'm saying? He's making people laugh. You know what I'm saying? They sell one to an Italian dude and they're like, hey, as an Italian, what would you rate this? And he's like, 8 out of 10. And everybody's like, yeah, they're high-fiving each other. The vibes are vibing. On the other side of the market is pie time, baby. A bit of a late start, but it's all good. It's all good. They got the chicken mascot costume on. They got the straw hats on. They're doing their best, man. They're doing their best. Every time someone walks past, they're like, hey, would you like a chicken pie? You know what I'm saying? But like, it's giving, you know, when you're walking down the road and someone's like, hey, how you doing, sir? Can I talk to you for a second? And it's like, nah. You know what them peeps you see coming and you cross the road? That's what it's giving. It's like they're doing their best, but they don't have the same enthusiasm and charm that Lawrence, Kieran, and them are bringing. You know what I'm saying? They don't have that. I love chicken pie, you know what I'm saying? I don't mind carbonara, but if it was lunchtime and I was at that market, I would definitely go with the carbonara boys, and that's crazy. To be fair to them, though, they got that positive mindset, you know what I'm saying? They keep pushing, and yo, look at that! They got their first sale in the bag, okay? Let's go! Back at the corporate event with Karishma's peeps, they are grinding. They are running a bit behind, you know what I'm saying? Megan's being funny and sociable, chatting to the guests, but maybe she's doing a bit too much, because the client rocks up to Karishma like, look, we love Megan, we love her energy and that, but she's chatting a lot and a lot of the people are hungry, so maybe get the food out quicker. Less chatty, more food giving. With the chicken team, the corporate event's doing its thing, you know what I'm saying? They're getting the food out, good vibes. But then the client rocks up and she low-key checks them. She's like, yo, you guys went with a lot of chicken skewers. And that's just basic. She's like, the seasoning's weak. Y'all could have gone a little harder with the spices. Hey, you know the food's bland when a corporate white woman is telling you to spice it up a bit more. Alright, at the market, they got an hour left of trading. Both teams go ham. They reduce the prices. They amp up the energy and enthusiasm. They're clocking in a bunch of sales. It's anyone's game at this point. Alright, boom. So we're in the boardroom, baby. They're talking through the task with Lord Sugar, you know what I'm saying? We find out that Team Eclipse spent $279.70 on ingredients. And at the market, they made $356.60 in sales. And with the corporate clients, they initially agreed on $472, but Baroness Brady's like the clients were super disappointed on how long it took them to get ready. But they only asked for 8.5% refund, taking the $472 to $432. So in total, their profit was $508.80. Okay? Team Alpha, the chicken team, they spent less on their ingredients, $186.81. But at the market, they only sold $249.48. And with the corporate client, they initially agreed on $800. But Tim informs us that they wanted a 15% refund, bringing the total profit up to $742.67. Let's go! Team Alpha, baby! Bro. So, Carrington brings back Tan and Megan. And all three of them are in there fighting for their lives, bro. It's brutal, man. And for a second there, you think it's gonna be Carrington going home. But nah, Lord Sugar does the classic finger point. You are fired. And it's Tan going home, bro. It's Tan. Hey, yo, peace out, Tan, man. Peace out. Alright, so that was the episode. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe so we can chop it up some more. And until next time, you take care of yourself, fam, because I love ya.